it's Teacher Lauren. I am doing a video today to tell you a little bit about the cheapest and best way, in my opinion, to send a little mail to your student. When I started with VIPKID, I thought, I would love to send some gifts to my students. But I'm hearing that the cheapest way to do it is $15, and that's a lot of money for me. So I went to my local post office and I was asking them about my options, and they told me, yeah, if you're gonna send a package, even a flat envelope, okay, a flat envelope, expect it to be a minimum of $15. And I thought, oh my gosh. Then the woman at the post office said, oh yeah, there is one other option that might be helpful to you. I don't know, but it's called the Global International Stamp. Yeah. The Global International Stamp comes in packs of 10, but you can get as many as you need. And guess how much these stamps are? They are $1.15 each. Yeah, pretty cheap, right? And you can use them to send a card, okay? She told me that you can use them to send things like cards anywhere in the world, okay? And she said that they are very much like the forever stamp, and that whatever you pay for them now, they'll be good forever, even at that price. Cool, right? Like, I was excited. She did say to me, you'll need to remember that if you use the stamp, it needs to go on something like a card envelope. It needs to be flat. It cannot be like a yellow envelope. Something like this. It can be flat, even with papers, but this isn't gonna work, even if it's flat. It needs to be something that's about the size of a card. And when I looked it up online, it said 1 ounce. Okay, so what I found with my students is that I can send them a card and I can add a few little things inside. For example, I can send like a page of stickers. I also sent a student a bookmark. I was also able to send a student that was interested in learning cursive a few pages about how to write in cursive for her to practice. Cool, right? Maybe you're wondering why I would even bother sending mail. Maybe some people are thinking, why would I do that? Well, you know what? You really stay on a child and a parent's mind when they're getting mail from you. I have used this as an opportunity to reach out to students that I haven't seen, maybe students I had over the summer, but I haven't seen them again, and just ask for their address. And if I get it, which I don't always, it's a great opportunity to send them a piece of mail and say, hey, I'm still here. So yeah, I'm growing my business for $1.15 stamp. And let me tell you this, everybody who knows me knows that I'm like kind of frugal. Many of the cards that I have came from a pack that I found at a thrift store. I found a pack of about, I don't know, 50 cards. There were some birthday cards, there was some thinking of you. There were a couple that I just couldn't even use because they weren't appropriate. But I got at least 20 cards and it only cost me $1. So right there, like, so maybe I spent $1.25 on that card. That's great. But I will tell you that I did get really excited when I saw some Halloween cards at the dollar store. The dollar store has cards 2 for $1. 50 cents a card. So again, for under $2, you have your card, you have your stamp, you have a little something extra for your student, and they will love it. If you decide that you're gonna send mail, okay, now it's kind of become my thing. I have a list of dates for birthdays for my students that I see most often. I also have it in my mind, Halloween was important to me. I'm gonna send them for Christmas. I will send something for Chinese New Year. It sounds like I'm gonna be on sort of an every other month sort of rotation. So I want to make sure that I'm fair when I'm sending things. So I'm making sure that I send like sort of an equal opportunity thing to everybody. So in my mind, the way that I'm keeping this straight is if I've seen the student at least 15 times before Halloween, then I am attempting to get their address and send them a card. I would imagine for Christmas, I'll probably up that a little bit. So I might say, like, if I've seen them maybe 20 or 25 times, it's hard to know where to cut it off because I have students that I've seen 45 or 50 times just in the past 6 months. And so I definitely feel like I want to make sure that they get something. But sometimes it's really exciting for a new student that only sees me once a week to get mail from me too. So yeah. As a way to make things easier for the students when they want to send mail back to me, I have made these little Dino address labels. So I blacked out my address and my zip code and my town just because, you know, this is YouTube and I don't want to share all of that with you. But I put Dino on these little return address labels and I think they're super cute. And I think that it will be really helpful for a student that might want to send something to the US, but feels like it's really difficult to know how and what to write on their envelope. So I'm hoping that that helps some of them, if that's what they want to do. No pressure. But it also says, hey look, there's a Dino! It must be something from VIPKID. I should also mention, if you decide to go this route, make sure that you give yourself plenty of time. I started planning for these Halloween cards when I saw them out in the store in August. Mostly it was out of excitement, but I also knew that I was going to need time to get the addresses and to get them sent. And I wanted to be able to write a little personal note in each one of them, so I knew that would take time too. In all, it took me, in some cases I was able to get addresses in a day, but for the most part it took like a good week to get addresses from the students that wanted mail, and I still haven't received them all. I don't think that I will at this point. I made sure that I sent all of the cards out about a month in advance because, again, I want to make sure that they're there before Halloween. You know, like not like in December. And what I found so far with the birthday cards that I've sent is that a month seems to be okay. I don't know if that'll be true all across the board, but so far it's working out. Another thing is when you get the address from the student, if you happen to be getting it through WeChat or through feedback, you should make sure that the parent also includes a mobile number. I learned this from the post office, that it's very important and very common for mail that goes to China to have a mobile number on it, because apparently things get lost often in China, and what they do is they reach out to the person that's on the card, give them a phone call and tell them where their mail is, and they try to work something out so that the person can get their mail. So I hope that you will remember that and send some mail. Your kids will love it. They will love it, I promise you. All right, that's all I have to say. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And if you're interested in VIPKID, there's a link down below. You can learn more. One last thing. If you're a new teacher, I have a Facebook group called VIPKID Newbie Teacher Island. You are welcome to join whether you're a newbie or not. See you soon. Have a great day. Bye now.